Welcome in, everybody, to the Gannon Golden Knights Coaches Show. We are back here at the Sheraton Erie Bayfront for another round of interviews with coaches and student athletes. We're going to kick today off with Silvija Taraska from the women's swimming and diving team. How are you doing?
Good, I'm great.
Thanks for coming in today. So you guys have a long season this year that you just kind of keep waiting for the next thing to happen, and you only have one more event this year coming up with PSACs in late April. But what has this year just overall been like for you guys?
I would say it's, even though it's like super crazy with like having to worry about people quarantining and going in and out, I do think it has a lot of structure because we ended up having to do 2 like training groups, and even though we're not always together as like one, we have 2 units that like mesh so well together.
Right. How did this year look different from kind of the beginning in the fall? Normally you'd get here, you'd have that same rhythm, you know, be in the pool, start your more intense practices, and this year everything kind of got pushed, you got delayed. What was it like dealing with all that?
Honestly, it was kind of nice because like coming back, I didn't know how coaches would react. Well, coaches and like coming in with classes, because I felt like first semester classes were kind of like making sure they get everything in. So like having a lighter load for swimming was relatively nice because I could focus on more academics, and plus we were waiting out to see what was going to be coming next.
Right. Once you got into January and got to compete, you know, against other teams in the pool, is that like getting back to normal? Was that one of the things that kind of made it click?
Yeah, it did. It was super nice to finally get back in and compete because you were just waiting for something. And like, yes, we did like inter squad stuff, but it's not the same as going out and like competing actually against someone else.
Right. And for you, you got to make your first appearance at the NCAA championships. What was that experience like?
Overall, it was amazing. I mean, I was happy with how I competed. It was great to see like all the other swimmers too, and like I know there's other people from the PSACs, which was so nice to watch them too.
Right. And speaking of PSACs, you have that coming up here in a couple weeks, late April, which is very different than a normal year. What's it like, I guess, especially for you, to get to compete at NCAAs and then kind of go back and refocus on a different championship meet?
Well, like right now, I'm like, my body's used to being like done. So like I'm kind of like in a transition period of being like, I'm ready to go, but also like I was like kind of tired. Like I had like a kind of a week after nationals where I was like, I'll just lay low, but then I was like, no, I can't because we have PSACs coming up. So like that was like very weird for me because I'm like used to being done type of deal. And now coming back and going full swing, like my body's tired, but like I know I have to do PSACs, and I'm grateful that we got the opportunity to. But that's also one thing, is that like I hit a goal was to make nationals, and now I have to create like new goals for PSACs, and like trying to figure out what I want to do and do that stuff is like, I guess, challenging for me because I already hit one of the main goals that I wanted to do.
Right. All right. So your major sport and exercise science. What do you want to do with that?
Well, I'm going to come here to Gannon and do the exercise science graduate program here. I looked into doing strength and conditioning, and there's like a cardiopulmonary rehab where I can like work kind of like in a hospital setting and do things with like elderly and like with their VO2 and stuff like that.
All right. And let's see, so you're from Northeast Ohio,
yes,
right?
I
Not
am.
too far away. What brought you to Gannon?
Honestly, the academic program here was phenomenal to do in a health science because I knew they had like a great PT and AT track, and I wasn't sure quite like what I wanted to do. So in exercise science, it's like a base for like if you wanted to pursue that, you can then go into the graduate programs of those 2. And then obviously swimming is a huge part of me, so like that was great to be able to get a scholarship and come here.
All right. Okay, so that wraps up all of the fun stuff about Gannon and swimming. Now we're going to move on to the Fast 5 segment. Get to know a little bit more about you. 5 quick questions.
Okay.
Ready to go?
I guess.
All right. We're going to kick it off with, what's your favorite book?
My favorite book would be Percy Jackson and the Lightning Thief.
All right. Favorite movie?
Favorite movie? Oh, I'd have to say Harry Potter, and it would be Prisoner of Azkaban.
Okay, let's see. Dream car?
Oh, dream car? Any car at this point. Really, I don't have one, so like any car will do.
All right, how about dream vacation?
I would like to go to the Bahamas or Australia.
Okay, last one. Favorite band or favorite kind of music?
I like listening to rap, obviously, for like working out, but I like AC/DC a lot too for classic rock.
All right, that was the Fast Five segment. Silvija Taraska, thanks for joining us today. Good luck the rest of the semester and in a couple weeks at PSAC Championships.
Thank you.
And we'll be right back after this.
Hey Max, what are the deals this month? Okay, let's do it. At Bianchi Honda, we're maximizing your savings by getting you the best deal on a new Honda. This month, for only $1 down, lease the 2021 Honda HR-V LX with all-wheel drive for only $228 a month. $1 down for Honda proven all-wheel drive. Is that a deal, Max? Maximize your savings at Bianchi Honda.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Gannon Golden Knights Coaches Show here at the Sheraton Erie Bayfront. We are joined now by men's swimming diving sophomore Andrew Beyer. How are you doing today?
Good, how are you?
All right, thanks for coming in.
Thanks for having me.
You guys are still here, still getting ready to compete in late April. Been a long year in the pool, right?
Right.
What's that been like for you guys?
Definitely physically and mentally tasking, but you just gotta overcome that and surround yourself with people that are on the same goal as you, and
Right.
just try to reach that end goal.
All right, so kind of back in, I guess, the summer heading into the fall, that was going to be, you're coming into your second year, you kind of had a feel for it, and this year was not anything like the year
Right.
before for you, so it might have been like relearning things again.
Right.
What was that process like there, September, October, November?
Definitely coming back was different and just coping and adjusting to the new restrictions and rules and guidelines. But like I said, just being mentally tough and getting through the tough times and surrounding yourself with friends and family and teammates and just talking to each other, getting through this tough time.
All right. What was the team like? You guys kind of got to hang out with yourselves a little bit more. We didn't want to promote going out and spreading your bubble bigger. So
Right.
you got to hang out with each other more. I've heard that from some other teams. What was that like?
It was great. I mean, when we first got back up here, we weren't allowed to swim right away, so we actually went to the lake and started swimming there. So I guess that's where we started to form our friendship with the freshmen and just recreate friendships with the past teammates and stuff.
All right. So once you guys got to competing, against another team in the same pool in January, there, what was that like to get back to that?
It was amazing. I mean, like Silvija said, that we had inter-squad meets and stuff, and it's just not the same. It's just the atmosphere at a normal meet and big meets like PSACs, but that's coming up. It's different, and I feel like you swim so much faster and push yourself against the competition.
Right. What's that like having PSACs so much later into the year than what you would normally have?
It's definitely the longest I've been swimming out of my life, but it's different. But it's just any other year, it's organized chaos, as I would put it, because it's chaotic, but we had structure, we had meets, and we were able to do stuff that we didn't think we were allowed to do.
Right. Let's see here. So you're a sport and exercise science major, right?
Yep.
What led you to that? What do you want to do with that?
Well, my mom's a PT, so I was interested whenever she was talking about PT, and just whenever I was hurt or sore, she would always stretch me out and stuff and massage. So I just maybe want to work at a university and be a physical therapist at some kind of university or school.
All right. I got to talk to your parents for an alumni feature
really?
back in the fall, so it's funny. So I've asked them this question, but so what brought you to Gannon?
I think the city atmosphere is really what drew me here. It's not a terribly big city, but just the atmosphere of the taller buildings and stuff just fascinates me.
Right. And let's see here. Swimming had something to do with it too?
Yeah,
Right.
that too. And maybe my parents coming here as well.
All right, so that wraps up the swimming and the Gannon questions there for you. Going to move into the Fast Five, which just got a little sneak preview of. So I'm going to mix up the order and try to confuse you a little bit.
All right.
Ready to go?
Yep.
All right, let's see here. Let's start off with your dream vacation.
Dream vacation. I mean, I never left the country, so anywhere out of the country would be cool.
All right. Favorite band?
Probably like Imagine Dragons.
Okay. Favorite movie?
Probably like any Marvel movie. Probably Endgame though.
All right. Favorite book?
I would say The Great Gatsby. That was a cool one in high school or middle school, whatever one I read it in.
All right. And last one, dream car?
Probably a Corvette.
Okay. Good answers there. All right. Men's swimming diving sophomore Andrew Beyer, thanks for coming in today.
Thank you for having me.
Good luck the rest of your semester and the rest of your swimming season here as PSACs kick off in a couple weeks.
Thank you.
All right, and we will be right back after this.
What is Gannon?
A place where you are transformed.
Where you can find yourself and define who you want to become.
A university grounded on faith and inclusiveness.
That values your well-being and growth.
Forming a family inspired by global connections.
A community that builds on our traditions with a vision for the future.
That believes in the possibilities.
And more importantly, believes in you.
This is Gannon.
This is Gannon.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Gannon Golden Knights Coaches Show. Joined here for our final interview of the day by swimming diving head coach Jacqueline Michalski. How you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you?
All right. So you are getting near the end of a long season of swimming?
A very long season of swimming, yes.
Just in general, what was that like to have to button down and focus and be ready to go kind of at a moment's notice throughout this entire year?
It's been a struggle, but our athletes have handled it really well. And I give them a lot of credit because it's been very different than what we've ever done before. But every time they step up and they perform, they don't complain about it, they understand and they know that having an opportunity to swim and race when so many other schools haven't is something to be excited about.
All right, and you guys kind of got here in the fall semester kind of being ready to go for a normal timed start of your season, and then things kind of kept getting pushed back and didn't know exactly when you were going to start. How do you keep motivation, I guess, throughout all that of not knowing exactly when you're getting in the pool with another team?
Yeah, we started kind of when we normally do, early September training. We had meets scheduled on the books in mid-November, and then another kind of like normal like a mid-season invite, and both of those due to COVID had some cancellations. So that was hard first semester to do it, but we came back after Christmas and we started swimming again. And a lot of the credit comes to just within the team motivation. I think Andy hit on it. Surround yourself with the people that want to be on the same mission. And they collected together and they kept each other motivated. Every day, somebody was struggling, but every day somebody was having a really good day. And they learned when you're having a really good day, lift the rest of your teammates up. And that's credit to them. They did a really good job with that throughout the year.
Right. Did you see that from the team where they got to hang out with each other a little bit more than maybe normal and got a little closer, a little quicker maybe?
Oh, very much so. We brought a very big class in. On the men, we had 7 freshman boys that came in, and on the women, we had 8 freshman girls. So they very quickly kind of got integrated in the team, and their personalities shone through with the team. And I think that was one of the things that made us so strong and successful this year.
All right. So in a normal season, I guess you guys have peaks and valleys of where you're trying to get to, where you're trying to get the fastest times and everything, and you didn't get to have that this year in the normal sense. So how did that change training and what you had to be ready for?
We just decided to be fast all the time. I don't know if that's an appropriate answer, but we just altered training into a little more of a sprint-based training, so they had the speed. And we worked on the mindset of you can go fast at any point, at any time, and they did that. So whenever we had either virtual meets or inter-squad meets or just a practice, and we said, okay, get up and race, they took on that mindset and knew, okay, I'm going to go fast. And they did that every time.
Right. All right, and how's it change it to have PSACs be in late April? Like you said, you started training at your normal time, so they've been in the pool a lot of hours this year already.
A lot of hours.
How do you say, okay, hey, one more here 2 weeks before the end of the semester?
Yeah, I think we all just kind of had a team meeting and looked at each other and the athletes that we have left. We just made a promise to each other. We took this year as an opportunity. We made a promise to each other and we came together. And so it's an extra 2 months almost of training, but the athletes that we currently have in the pool understand what it means to make a promise to each other to keep going and to stay together and to take this year as an opportunity.
All right. Do you think it could be, I don't know, motivational or getting ready for, use it as a springboard to next year, I guess, maybe kind of being so close to the end of the semester? Does that provide anything different, or you think it would?
I think everybody needs a break before we start talking about next year. So as much as we all love swimming, we all need a break. And so once conference is over, we will take that break and then reset and, kind of start building for next year. But before we can do that, we all need a little bit of a break.
Right. So just like Andy, you're in your second year at Gannon. What have you seen in your 2 years from the program?
A lot of growth and a lot of success. Not only kind of our stats, you kind of look back at our top 10 history program, it's gotten rewritten. This year we have a lot of freshmen on it. Andy's on it. Justin's on it. On the men's side, Silvija has added her name to a few more events, broken a few more records with it. Our freshmen on the women's side are in our top 10 with it. So the program's growing and developing just within the 2 years that I've been here with it. And not only from performance, but I think their GPA has gone up collectively as a team since I've gotten here, and the culture within the program. They're really here for the right reasons, and they're here to keep pushing and be better and build this program.
Right. All right, so that wraps up all the fun stuff about swimming in Gannon. Now on to the Fast Five, get to know a little bit more about you.
Okay.
You also just got the sneak preview here.
I
so
did.
We'll see. So that means that your answers have to be even better.
Of course, they always will.
All right, ready? Start off with favorite book.
For fun, probably the Harry Potter series, but for more of an educational standpoint, anything from Brené Brown. I think she's amazing, and so any of her pieces of work I'm a big fan of her.
All right, let's see. Dream car?
Well, I'm rather tall, so a little sports car, I don't really fit in those, but probably I would want some little sports car, convertible, put the top down. But that's not really practical, but it's a dream.
All right, let's see. Favorite movie?
I'm a big fan of Harry Potter, so any of those, but probably my favorite is the first Mary Poppins. Right. I don't know why, but I love that movie.
That's a good one. It's also an original. A lot of people said Harry Potter, so I like that.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. Dream vacation?
Well, I am a water creature, so anywhere near the beach is probably, I don't really care where, and I don't have a dream, but whenever I'm near water, I feel more calm and at peace. So probably if I'm vacationing, I want to be near the water.
All right, and last one, favorite band, favorite kind of music?
I don't know if it's a favorite band, but I'm a big Kenny Chesney fan, which kind of goes with the water vibe and the just summertime feeling. So I would probably say Kenny Chesney.
All right, that was the Fast Five. Head swimming and diving coach Jacqueline Michalski. Thanks for coming in today.
Yeah, thank you for having us.
Best of luck as you close out your year here, your very extended year.
Very extended, but we will make it. We'll do it.
Have some fun here in the end of April.
Yes, we will.
All right.
Awesome. Thank you.
That wraps up the Gannon Golden Knights Coaches Show here from the Sheraton Erie Bayfront. We'll be back next week with more interviews with coaches and student athletes. Thanks.